Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
Throttle you. Have nothing and you won't have a man, because a man can't be a man when he's saddled down up to his neck in debt with a dissatisfied woman who don't give a damn. She want more and more and more. Let me tell you something, woman. We ought to take you and throttle you. I'm just telling you straight up. You don't want no man like me. You couldn't live with a man like me. Because I would not take that damn foolishness from one of you. For 1 minute, I'd drive you through the door. I don't like no woman to dominate no man. And I don't like no woman who even tries. Then you see another side of me. This is the way I was trained as a Muslim. You can see it coming out of me now, right?
Salute, and welcome to class, gang. How y'all feeling? Salute to all my fellas. Salute to all my sisters with sense that don't play about Mr. Goodbread. How y'all feeling today, guys? We got a good old class, so y'all settle on in. Keep in mind that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense, and we're not going to complicate that over here, guys. So y'all already seen the intro. Y'all go play that back. I don't want to get a copyright strike. If you got to, go play that back. But today we're going to talk about why Black women love stepfathers and child support, guys. So let's be clear. Child support is their cut for doing the bidding, guys. Child support is their cut for doing the bidding. You know what I mean? And the step dummy is their Prince Charming to complete their fairy tale. Understand that, guys. They have these children to be a come up. The children, the child is their way out. That's their leverage. They go from modern woman title to mother title. And we know that in our society, mothers get the benefit of the doubt. She could be a hell of a mother, and people will still give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh, she trying her best. She doing her best. But a mother is supposed to be delivering information to their child. A mother is supposed to be providing an experience so their child don't have to go and touch the fire. You know what I mean? That's what a mother's supposed to do. All that extra shit that these mothers are doing, talking about my child not gonna know the struggle and this and that, that's all materialistic. That's all bullshit. You know what I mean? You gotta understand how the meek shall inherit the earth work. Especially for my ladies. Y'all got to learn how to understand that. The meek shall inherit the earth, meaning you gonna give birth to that potential boy. So you can't just go laying around with anybody who's funding the situation. Ship. You know what I mean? You have to be very, very careful and cautious on who you let drop nut in you. This is why I always tell you ladies, you are responsible for your own coochie. Is it making sense now? Is it making a little bit of sense now? Because if you are more responsible of your coochie, then you don't have to go through this. You will not have to go through this. But yes, child support is their cut for doing the bidding. You know what I mean? For them doing the bidding. And what's the bidding, guys? We know that you keep men weak when you mess with the man's money. When you mess with the man's pocket, that's how you keep the man weak. When you remove discipline from a child, when you remove discipline from a child, that's how you make that little boy weak, because that boy would then grow up to be a man and Guys, you ever tried to program a robot? You ever tried to program a machine, or you ever tried to program something without giving it a kill switch? You know what I mean? The kill switch would be the discipline. Because if you program it, it's gonna love you and know that, but it's not gonna know how to act, right? It'll fuck around and it'll mess around and what? It's gonna self-destruct. So when you raise a child without discipline, you get risk, you run risk of that child self-destructing. And that's what a lot of women have done in our community, guys. Y'all see the intro. If you need to go play the intro back, you could play the intro back, guys. Know what I mean? But that's what a lot of women have done. And let's get into some more content, because there's other things that these women have done that's related to the reason why they love stepfathers and child support. And keep in mind, you know what I mean? Stepfathers have to listen to these women. So that's where their knight in shining armor come in to finish the fairy tale. See, no real man which with discipline gonna follow behind a woman, because we know that that's not the order. That's not the order. So they have to do the biological father in and get their knight in shining armor, and then the child support is the funds that they get. That's the incentive for doing the work. And we're not gonna play like, oh, they get tricked, and nobody gets tricked. Nobody is forced to do the bidding. The bidding comes from a choice and a decision that is made. You know what I mean? We all get choices and decisions. We gonna stop playing and blaming anything outside of ourselves for the choices and decisions we have made. You know what I mean? It's a choice, guys. They choose to do a sin. Now let's get into some content. Let's get into some content. Um, let's go to this. Let's go straight into the main event, guys. What a disaster. What a disaster, guys. And this is not a skit. This is how our brother had to bring in his New Year's. This is how our brother had to bring in his New Year's right here. And it's highlighted as this is not a skit. This is why they love stepdaddies, guys. See, they got the biological dad at home. He's a fool. He's a fool. But this is what she do.
Come get your motherfucking stuff out my house. Come get your motherfucking shit. Why she running in front of the camera? She need to come get our motherfucking shit out my house. And these are all our goddamn kids. These are all our kids. These are all our kids.
So that's all she do is just lay up. Young ladies, I want y'all to peep this. These are the people. These be the same women like Femi from the chat running around here call herself giving y'all information. You know what I mean? This is how they live. This is how they living. This is how they living. Got the biological father, and I'm sure all those kids is not his kids. He got about 2 or 3 of them. But all them kids is not his kids. So she already got a stepdad. So on top of her, being, you know what I mean, being humble and being gracious, grateful for the fact that she have a dad playing the part. She already have her knight in shining armor, completing the fairy tale. She goes and gets greedy. And why is this dumb nigga, the simp side dude, why is he just staring in the camera like he's in disbelief? Bro, you's about to add another baby to that. One of them kids, he probably looking like one of them kids look like me. He probably looking at like one of them kids look like me. He probably, yo, bro, you got to go. I hope you getting DNA tests for them kids, man.
She got listen.
So what's up, Boski? What's up? What we gonna do? What we gonna do?
So you saying you her baby dad?
Yeah, I'm her baby dad.
Okay, but little do you know. So how many kids she got?
She got 15.
No, the fuck she done.
Damn, he said 15, yo. 15.
You dirty bitch! Look what you've done to my peonies! they're marigolds.
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one. You dirty.
Whatever she telling you, she lying.
No, the fuck, she ain't gonna lie to me.
What?
She ain't gonna.
She lying to both of us.
Bruh. Hey, Chanel, you want me to tell the nigga how many kids you got?
She need to come get our stuff. And
She got 7 kids. She got 7 kids. She got 7 kids, and you not one of
I will
them.
drop it off. Where she at right now?
She got 7 kids, and you not one. 7 kids, and you not one of them.
I will drop it off. Where she at right now?
For my baby mama, for my baby mama, for my baby mama. She a dusty ass bitch be broke all summer. Hey, that bitch be broke all summer. Dirty bitch be trying to take what a nigga work for. I done been through some shit, man, that shit don't hurt, ho. In the back of the Maybach, so I keep the curse.
She got 7 kids, and you not one of them, buddy.
I'm finna drop your motherfucking shit out so you can't over there with him acting like you don't know me.
Come get me.
You know him.
That's exactly that.
So why you text me asking money for the TV? I ain't broke his goddamn TV.
I know, man.
What?
What's up? When you gonna come get your stuff, baby?
Yo, did she just tell the side dude that's the dude that gave her money for the TV that's in the side dude crib? Wow. MGTOW, guys. MGTOW, learn yourself, bro. Learn you, bro. Learn you for they learn you and use you.
I don't know. I'm ready right now. I just got out the shower. I gotta replace this TV, though.
Yeah, but you're not getting it phone. You talking about TV shit.
I miss y'all too.
See? Man, Boski, I need my girl back, Boski. Need my goddamn girl back.
Wow.
Man.
Is y'all playing with me or something? Is this a fucking joke?
No, he's.
Is this a fucking joke? Are you serious?
Yeah, that's my baby mama.
I want to get over there my baby.
She ain't gonna get his phone back.
You gonna give me another phone, baby daddy?
Bye. There you go.
I miss your baby mama.
Yo, fuck wrong with you, man?
You know how to get there. You gotta come get me.
Love her too, boy.
Yo, now that's toxic right there. If I didn't see it, that's toxic. You got to see it to believe it, guys. You got to see it to believe it. It's joint crazy. Let's get into the next one, guys. Whew. Let's get into the next one, guys. This one is crazy, too. This one crazy, too, bro. OG grandma, the hell of a grandma. This a hell of, when I say hell of a grandma, this a hell of a grandma, guys. Keep game. This is why a lot of these women is running around here hiding secrets, and they balk at the truth, and they jump at the truth, because they know a lot of them got information from women that was just like this old lady right here, bro. And this is the shit that I be talking about all of the time over here, bro. Don't let these women lead you, bro, because they don't have no information other than the information that they got from this generation. And this generation lived in a whole different land from us, guys. We is the technology era. These people lived in the industrial and the agricultural era, right? Where families was praised and was needed for survival. We no longer need family for survival. If we want a family, then cool. But we don't need a family for survival. These women are from the era where they needed a man for survival. So it's no way they're going to be able to give you information in the era where it's pumping, you don't need a man. You know what I mean? So come on, that's where the mental illness is coming in at, guys.
I always thought that you and my dad was kicking it, but I found out you was a side piece.
Yeah, I was a side piece.
Why you never tell me that?
I did tell you.
No, you didn't. I ain't find that out until after he died, that you was a side piece with him.
It's gonna sit there and lie. I did tell you that. You ain't tell a lady that because she wouldn't have asked you again just now. Gonna sit there and lie, bro. This is why they be like, oh, be quiet. This is why they want you to be quiet. This is why they don't like when you tell the truth. It's disrespectful. Just peep game, guys. A lot of y'all got one of these in y'all family and y'all sit there and praise her and sit there and be so phony with the lady instead of telling her like, yo, if you're not gonna say nothing truthful, just don't even say nothing to me. I don't give a fuck how old they is.
His main chick came down here to see him after he died.
Well,
And that's when I found
I didn't tell you, she told you.
It's right, exactly. So why didn't you tell me you was a side chick?
Well, wasn't nothing to talk about.
I always thought.
Wasn't nothing to talk about. Why wouldn't that be something to tell them, yo? Whole time they think, and see, this is why you can't believe the hype. You can't believe the narrative, right? Because whole time, what you would think? You would think, oh, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Whole time, she knew Papa was a Rolling Stone. She made a deal with Papa because she could get Papa to deliver some raw D, yeah, and she could get a check. She can get a check because Papa not in this house. Papa not in this house welfare. So you could give me a check. Cause you know what I mean? And Papa not mad at me because Papa over there smashing. He's smashing the chick that he's deemed prettier, and he don't need her to be on welfare because he's gonna work with her. So you, as long as you ain't mad at me, you could do that. So some of these women guys made deals. They made deals with the devil and deals with they simp ass man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. A lot of them stories that you hear running around here, them joints ain't true. Look how confident grandma is in being a side woman, bro. But whole time, all her grandkids and her kids is thinking that their grandparent, their grandpa ran off on her. Oh, he just left us and started a whole nother family. Ma'am, you knew that. You were a willing participant. It's like the original Me Too movement, yo. Wow.
I always thought that you and my dad was kicking it, but I found out you was a side piece.
Yeah, I was a side piece.
Why you never tell me that?
I did tell you.
No, you didn't. I ain't found that out until after he died, that you was a side piece. When his main chick came down here to see him after he died.
Well,
and that's when I found
I didn't tell you, she told you.
It's right, exactly. So why didn't you tell me you was a side chick?
Well, wasn't nothing to talk about.
I always thought.
Grandma fool. She said, ain't nothing to talk about. Sis, it's so many other secrets that grandma thought she was gonna take that one to the grave. She thought she was gonna go get buried. She thought that one was buried in the cat box, y'all. She look at grandma. I be goddamn, yo. Let's move it right along though, because we'll be laughing at grandma all afternoon, B. But she kept it real though. She kept it real. That's something that these sisters is not doing nowadays. They lying, eating crab legs and shit. You know what I mean? And since we keeping it real, might as well. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. And this is a brother that probably had one of them grandmas right there. Had one of them grandmas, one of them ratchet ass grandmas, lying ass grandmas, hoes ass grandmas. And then look, so he was a man that was raised around a bunch of bullshit.
I've ever dated. I've normally dated, this is actually the first black woman I've ever dated. I've normally dated either white girls, Hispanic girls, and maybe even mixed, but never a full black woman. And
Do you find it different?
Oh, very on so many levels. But I mean, this is a brand new ball game.
Why don't you be more specific?
Well, when I dated, a white woman or any other race, this is actually the first black woman I've ever dated. I've normally dated either white girls, Hispanic girls, and maybe even mixed, but never a full black woman. And
Do you find it different?
Oh, very on so many levels. But I mean, this is a brand new ball game.
Why don't you be more specific?
Well, when I dated, a white woman or any other race, when we get an argument, it's always, something calm, civil. She act all the way out. She just take it to the extreme, no matter what it is. Like, I shouldn't be nervous in my own home. I went as far as I pulled the bed. I put the bed.
You saw she smiling and shit. Like that shit is a flex, sis. That shit ain't cute. That shit is not a flex, bro. That shit is disturbing. And sir, stop messing with women that say handle me. You gotta handle them. Cause that's livestock right there, guys. Stop messing with bitches that have that red flag warning label on them. The bitch that walk around here talking about, you can't handle me, leave her alone. Don't matter how cute she is, guys. You got to remember, yo, that's where the doo-doo is.
Got a big old booty, and everybody says, she's a fine booty. The booty is where the doo-doo is, boy. Put there by God, that's the garbage can. So how you get so messed up with this white boy? You think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. That's like going to Kmart. You see a big old garbage can, that's the filth. And now we can convince her she wants switching that big old booty and all of that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
In front of the door in our guest room, so she wouldn't come up there and bother me. Yeah.
He did do that. He's actually not lying about that.
Look, when she started arguing or something like that, she got this thing she like to do. I don't know, it must be a turn on to her. She'll start arguing, right?
Yeah.
Then, she'll go put on lingerie and want to come lay out naked in the bed and scooting all over.
See what you can get, right?
Yeah, but
black.
She done watched too many movies, bro. She done watched too many movies. And damn, you see how the judge look, she kind of off with her questioning, like, Judge, stick to the topic, Judge. Stop questioning this man.
Lay out naked in the bed and scooting all over.
See what you can get, right?
Yeah,
but black women on so many levels. Are we angry? Is that why you didn't date us for a while?
Well, see, I grew up with like, I think 5 sisters.
Right.
So I got to kind of see they had different personalities. One was real ratchet. One was real ghetto.
They were all black.
One just always did the most. It was always something. I was like,
duh. If he grew up with duh. Yeah, see what I mean? They think dummy is a flex, bro. They were all black. Like, duh. It's his sisters, yo. It was his sisters, man. Slow down.
They all had different personalities. One was real ratchet. One was real ghetto.
They were all black.
One just always did the most. It was always something. I was like, they no black girl. This is how they really act. Because I got to see, firsthand how these black women acted. I was like, I don't want to date no black woman. I want to see something different. I've never, I just want to be different.
Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. You filled this car with water, siphoned out the gas, filled the car with water.
I do not know how to take out gas.
But you put water in the car.
One time.
Oh, now she admits.
You broke at least 7 of his phones.
He broke his own phones.
You're claiming non-ratchet and crazy, but you don't read that way.
I've ever dated. I've normally dated.
And that's a fact, yo. I tell you, they be trying to tell us who they are when their actions be showing us exactly who the F they are, bro. How you gonna claim non-ratchet when your actions show all of everything that they stereotype you sisters with? You know what I mean? That shit crazy, yo. Shit crazy. But let's get on into the stepdad shit, bro. Into the trials and tribulations of being a stepdad, yo. Y'all got to get a grip, B. I got to come to grips with this stepdad shit. This shit ain't cool. So I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something about this stepdad shit. This is wrong right here, guys. This is wrong. For all you stepdaddies that's doing this shit right here, this is wrong. This is not discipline. This is not disciplining your child right here. This is causing strife. This is causing strife. And remember what our pops told us. You know what I mean? He said, fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instructions of the Lord. And that's what meek shall inherit the earth is, guys. That's all it is you teaching your kid, your son, the strongest tools. And the strongest tools is knowledge. You know what I mean? It ain't got it. Meek inheriting the earth don't got shit to do with humble or poor, remaining poor, like if God gonna swoop down and pick you up. Nah. Meek meaning you gathering up the sharpest tools and not using those tools, but gathering those tools to teach them to your kid so he can inherit the land. And the tools are the information and instructions, God's instructions, that Bible, the shit we was supposed to be taught. You know what I mean? But we wasn't. But anyway, let's get into this right here. Don't do this. Don't do this. You know what I mean? And this, you could tell, is not the biological father. This is not the biological father. Because any biological father don't have to do all this extra shit right here. So let's watch this shit and I'll break it down.
Doing? Like she crazy? Cursing at her? Telling her what you won't do? You won't clean your room? You won't do what you want to do?
Now this is not helping. This is not helping. This might help you get some coochie from the moms, and that's probably why you're doing it, stepdaddy. Stepdaddy of the year. But this is not helping. I'm gonna tell you that. This is not helping. And that's why it's important for him to have access to his biological father and some real dudes that he can respect. Some real dudes that gives him pure masculinity, respectable masculinity, because fear and respect are two different things, sir. But I'm gonna let you proceed with you trying to win you some coochie tonight, some draws for the night.
And you talk to your mother like that? Like you tough? Do you think you tough, little man? Talk to me like you talk to your mother. Talk to me. You think you tough, don't you? Bust up on me. Cuss me out. Tell me you ain't gonna do what I say do. I dare you. I dare you. You ain't gonna do it to me? Why you do it to her? Why you talk to her disrespectfully? Why?
And this is why they love stepdaddies, guys. This is why they love dudes that they can control. Because all he doing is transferring her energy, which is feminine energy, onto the child. You emasculating this man by yelling at this little boy. That's not going. When it comes to kids, guys, you got to, even as a man and as a mother, guys, that's why this verse is there, guys. But see, it's hard for me to tell y'all parents to teach y'all kids anything when nobody taught y'all niggas. So it's hard when I be like, yo, teach your kid. So that's why I don't even lead with teach your kid. You got to learn this shit. You know what I mean? You can't go around yelling and thinking a kid is gonna understand you, bro. The kid is thinking 100 miles per hour right now. You are still more effective as a man, looking him dead in the eyes and keeping your tone low. That's more fearful than what you doing right now. You just putting on a performance. You come off weak to a child, bro. He's scared of you for right now because he's in the position he in right now as a kid, but you come off very weak. That's like a grand gesture. That's like I tell the older beta males. This is equivalent to you rolling out the red carpet at the front row of the game, of the Knicks game, and you, oh, will you marry me, and all them grand gestures and that big performance shit. That shit make you look weak. Stop doing that. And this is a performance right here. And this shit wouldn't work, bro. This shit would not work, especially on my little man. My little man been to slap the shit out you, and then ran and called me. This shit do not work, guys. This is not real discipline. This is mental illness. This is not real discipline, bro.
Little boy, answer me. Why do you talk to your mother disrespectfully? You don't know why you do it.
Because she alienated him from his real masculinity. She never stayed long enough. She don't respect his father. Bingo. So it's the energy transfer. He don't see the respect in their relationship, so he learned how to be disrespectful. She must be one of them loudmouth ratchet bitches that go around disrespecting other people, and he see that. You know, you see it. We see it all the time at the store. They be having a kid with them at the store, and they sitting there yelling at the cashier, being wild, disrespectful. This is where the kids learn that shit, and then they take it and turn it on the parents, the same person that taught them. And there's nothing you could do about it, stepdaddy. Major pain. She right here. I could see it. She right there off on the side. Like she right here on the side, right here. I could see it. She got on blue denim. Look, you know what I mean? Just sitting there sucking it all up.
Today I'm gonna help you find out why. And today it ends. Today it ends. Do you understand? You will not call your mother out of her name ever again. Doing like she crazy.
Yeah, that's not even gonna work. That's not healthy parenting, sir. You gonna win you some draws. She gonna give you some draws because that was a hell of a performance. So she definitely gonna give you some draws for that one, sir. But that's not healthy parenting by no stretch of the imagination. All right? Now let's get on into this. Let's go on and get into this hot mess. All right. Hold on. How y'all feeling though? How y'all feeling tonight, man? We chilling. I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. Got another video we gonna react to, and then we gonna get on out of here. You know what I mean? We gonna get on out of here. All right. I think I got it perfect. Yep, got it.
Is this? If we flip, baby, that ain't shit. Check me out. Check me out. He ain't shit. Whoa, man,
He a dead
bitch. Baby, that
Motherfucker owe me $12,000 goddamn dollars in bad child support.
Well, say this nigga
My son with his my son with his daddy right motherfucking now. But at the end of the day, I had to.
Wait. So your baby a dad beat, but he with his kid right now. Your baby daddy a dad beat, but he with his kid right now. So you could come here on this show and run your stinking ass mouth, sitting there shaped like Femi from the chat with that dumbass black garbage bag outfit on. Is that what they do? That's what bitches y'all size wear? The black garbage bag?
Ask him like a babysitter. Can you please watch your son for me while I come on the podcast?
Hold on, you talking bad about him? He with your child right now, and you doing him like this?
Sir, let me finish. At the end of the motherfucking day, in order for me to get anything done with my baby daddy, I have to bribe him and then act like I'm about to give him some pussy.
Why the fuck did you pick him? See, that's what I can't stand about these women. At the end of the day, you chose to fuck him. You chose to let him know that you wrong. You chose to have a baby. You chose to push the shit out. You chose to carry the baby 9 months. It's your fault. It's not his fault. You picked the nigga. Stop blaming these men for shit that you chose. We control access to relationships. Y'all control access to sex. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. You chose the nigga. You let him hit raw and shoot your club up back at the apartment. Okay, Kiki, one more outburst, and I'm gonna have to let you go, big dog. Okay, bye-bye.
Y'all guys to see this shit. I'm back here fucking with the buttons because I need y'all to see. She's shaped just like Femi from the chat, y'all. And look at this shit here, boy. Look at this shit here. Homie, look, when she stood up, homie looking at her like, who?
The mic's not on, baby. The mic's not on, baby. Go ahead, get up.
Look at that shit there.
I love you, Kiki. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Ghost Pretty sure everybody in the comments is, hey, the mics is off. One.
Zip her up. Zip her up, man. That was atrocious. That was atrocious. We got Zones. What's going on, Zone? How you feeling, man?
Salute, Goodbread. Welcome to class.
Welcome
we
to
don't
class.
What you used to say, Mr. Goodbread? We don't follow any gangs,
We don't cater to any
religions.
groups,
Yeah.
gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. That part is important. That's the most important part.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Hey, salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to you, Mr. Goodbread. We sounded good with the volume?
Yeah, we good. You broke up just real quick, but you sound good before that.
Yeah. You done? Well, I don't want to necessarily interrupt the stream, but are you done with the video or what you were showing?
Yeah, I'm done with that video right there. I got one more video connected to that video for the ladies who's gonna always come with that argument that girl had, forgetting that we all get choices and decisions. Like, you choose the man that you lay down with. You choose that man's mindset. You know what I mean? You choose these things. You choose to bring that baby into this world, ladies. Y'all choose these things. And no matter how mad you want to distract yourself and other people with the person that you chose, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work out. You know what I mean? Men build the society. You know what I mean? We build the structures, and y'all create the community. You know what I mean? Meaning the children. Y'all responsible for these children running around here. These retarded ass children running around here. And for real. And they constantly worry about the man. I done told y'all several times, we only gotta pay child support. We only gotta pay. Some of us only gotta give y'all $25 a month. Sometimes some of us only gotta give y'all 50. Some gotta give 200, 2,000. You know what I mean? But all we gotta do is give y'all money. This is y'all future. Y'all keep playing around with yourself. You keep playing with your life. This is y'all future right here. I wouldn't, if you ask me, I wouldn't want to trade with y'all. I'm not trading with y'all. Our punishment for being irresponsible for our own coochie. Maybe this is why y'all finding so many men that don't mind leaving it in y'all raw, because they know that all you gonna get is a child support check. You know what I mean? We don't have to go through this shit right here, sis. Look at this shit right here. This shit is depressing. So you heard what she said? Young ladies, this is her before she had a baby. This is her. I'm going to play that back. I wanted so much more for myself before bringing a child into this world. You don't wait until after they get it and then try to avoid it and then try to avoid the reality and try to lie and eat crab legs, because you can't avoid it. I'm going to play that back. Zone, you seeing this, Zone?
Yeah.
This some shit you show your daughters right here. If I got any fathers, dads in the house, you make sure you clip this and you show your children this. You show your little girls this right here. And these be the ones calling us dusty, guys. Look at her. Little dusty ass baby walking around, mattress all on the floor. You know what I mean? But these be the bitches calling us dusty. Look at that. Look at that. God damn, I told y'all that's a hell of a trade.
Yeah,
Y'all don't
she
want to
bad
put
though.
y'all don't want to be responsible for your own coochie. Now it's like I can't seem to get a grip on life. Every day I'm in survival mode. What do we talk about over here the most? Guys, I tell you this. I tell you this. I tell you this. They be needing help. This is why they love child support and stepdaddies. Because ultimately, they know they made a decision that they should not have made because they made it without information. This is why you got to learn before you earn. She said, I know she ain't say pray. Says you got to pray for yourself. Y'all always asking somebody else to pray for you. Do you pray for yourself? Praying for a miracle for us single mothers. Ain't no miracle going to happen. Ain't no miracle going to happen, man. Ain't no
Yeah.
miracle. For the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant. But later, it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. You got to go get discipline, sis. You lack discipline. You allow other men to be responsible for your coochie, sis. You felt for it like the other little woman running around here. Get ahead, Zone.
Yeah. Faith without works is dead. Prayer without works is dead. I agree.
Your story is not over. It's just beginning. You better go to God.
Real
You
quick,
better go to God.
blue
sis.
is my favorite color.
You better go to God, sis. But that was hell of a impactful right there, Zone.
Yo, you didn't have to call the baby Dusty though.
Yeah, dude, because that's how they be coming out their mouth. They not
Nah,
humble at all. So I'm
I'm
mad
just
at
messing with you.
energy. That dusty ass little baby. He was following her though. He was following her like a motherfucker. And that be the problem. Y'all want to leave men responsible for your own coochie. There you go. There you go, sis. Deal with it. You chose it. You like it. You love it. Go find another dude, bust it open, let him nut in you, and then go be blaming him, but have a whole new baby. Like, I don't know who told them to go bring babies into poverty. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That without that baby, that looked like a hell of a way to live.
yeah. I mean, that's crazy. It's like I don't know if you've seen, but I can't remember the lady's name. She just passed like, or it was announced that she just passed away like yesterday. But she was on the Oprah show, like probably like 20 years ago or something like that, 25 years ago, and she was a baby that was born with HIV, and it's crazy because it's that same cycle all over and over. It's like, why would you bring a baby in this world? Why would you even allow that kind of activity to happen between your legs, knowing that you're going to bring a child into this world that has HIV? And then not only that, the same lady, and that baby was hooked on heroin and crack, I think.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, and the doctors told her that she wouldn't make it past 5, but she ended up living until the age of 39. So yeah, it was just announced that she just passed away like yesterday or a couple of days ago. But and then that same lady went on to have another child, which was a son who also has HIV. So it's like you saying, it's like, why would they continue to perpetuate a cycle that's like never ending?
Facts.
Yeah. And what I wanted to say about you know what I'm saying, the clip you showed earlier with Major Payne, you know what I'm saying, all up in little man face like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's wild, man. I think what it is, like when you said don't become a stepdad or step parent, stepdad, like I think what it is, like with our particular culture, like and I don't mean to isolate, you know what I mean, the white breads, but with our particular culture, Black society, we don't have the luxury of being step parents. We only have one option, and that's to be a parent. Because if you're a man, and it's not something I'm not gonna advise you to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that situations happen. So if you're a man and you getting with a woman that has a child, whether it's a girl or boy, that's your child. It ain't no, oh, I'm just gonna be with the mom and try to, you know, put little man, sit him down or treat the daughter this, or if you the woman, it ain't no, I'm gonna just be with the dad just because he got some money, but I'm gonna just halfway treat the child. If you're Black, you don't have that luxury because our Black society is already a major dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? Like I could relate to that I could relate to this topic really well because I have 2 daughters. One of them is not my biological daughter, you know? So I understood that. Now at the time when I made that decision, I really didn't know what I was getting into. I was young, 18, 19, caught all up in the, you know what I'm saying? And I was just really kind of moving reckless and uneducated. And but in that experience, I had to understand that, this young lady at the time is coming with a child, you know, So I don't, that child is going to be a direct product of me. That child is going to be looking at as this child grows, she's going to be in school and becoming a young woman and an adult, looking for traits that other men have, that I had, that her biological father has, you know. And my daughter, she just turned 18 on February 1st. So the oldest one. So when you get in a situation like that, which if you can, I would suggest to avoid, but I understand that life happens. If you are black, really this message is for everybody, but specifically black people. If you're black, there is no step with that. That child is your financial responsibility. That child is your moral responsibility. You are that child's legal guardian if the other parent is not in the picture. So you gotta understand that that's your child. My oldest daughter, I don't treat her no different than I treat my youngest daughter. My youngest daughter, I don't treat her no different than I treat the oldest. They both get the same treatment. When I take my daughter somewhere, you know, hey, you know, you coming too. You know, I never, you know, it was never a situation where I just made the child feel isolated. And the key thing that I want to say, like with this depiction that you have on the screen, is that little boy, what we don't realize is that little boy wants you to be his father. That little boy wants you to be his father. So you have to be the example that you want to see. That little boy is going to go out in the playground, and one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to allow himself to get picked on because this grown man is in his face, you know, putting this fear in his heart, because a child should always feel safe at home. They should always feel safe with their parents. It should never be a point in time where they feel unsafe. They should always feel safe. They should always feel loved.
You're right, but ain't it crazy how these modern women, they never quite figure that space of safe home. Not even for the dad. It was never they never create that safe haven in a home. Like, I mean, I was taught a home is not a home. The characters in that home makes that home a home. Like, these women,
Yeah,
they do a hell of a job, man.
they do. They do. And you know, and yeah, man, you got to understand that, you know, like I said, you know, these children, uh, you know, like shit. When my pops married my stepmother, I was, you know what I'm saying, I was happy. Well, prior to them getting married in 2001, my stepmom, before she, you know, and which I actually don't even call her my stepmom in real life. I just say my other mom. I'm just using step for the conversation, but uh, she had already knew me since I was like 4 or 5 years old. So she had already been around me my whole life. So it was no, looking at her like a mother was the only way that I saw her. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that that's a big thing, that like when I see what I just saw with homie in the little boy face, you know, it's like when you spank your child. Like, you can whoop your child 1,000,000 times, but that's not going to change the child's behavior. You got to understand the psychology of the child. And that takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of time. I've gotten more results. I used to spank my daughter when she was younger, but I've gotten more results, more positive results out of her, understanding the psychology and making the necessary changes that I wanted to see in her behavior, as opposed to spanking her every time, you know, I get an email from the school, or, you know, mom saying she ain't doing this, that, and the third. So, Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say, man, is that if you get in a situation where you got kids in a situation, you know, you are, whether you like it or not, that's your child. That's your child.
That's a fact. And like I said, I stand corrected in some cases, but in the majority of the cases, this is what's going on in them cribs, y'all. And this is why I do not advocate that you start with somebody else's right work. Don't start with a clean slate of paper, guys. 'Cause this right here, this be the boy right there. That be it right there, yo. That be it right there, bro. That be it right there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That be
Oh
it right
man.
there, yo. Let me read that real one time, yo, before I introduce my guy Beezy. But look, man, Proverbs 21, 12 through 1. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge. But he who hates reproof is stupid. Whoever spares the rod hates his son. But he who loves him is diligent to discipline him. That's why what Money was doing was wrong, yelling and shit. That's not diligent. But listen, this shit is where it all fuck up at, guys. And this go back to what I said in the original beginning of the video. Imagine programming a robot with no kill switch. That's what these boys is doing, right? That's what these mothers are doing to these sons right now. They're not giving them the discipline needed. So when these kids grow up, they self-destructing, yo. It's this nasty work out here. But we got the Bell 5000. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on, man? I'm sitting up here
Beezy.
listening. I'm sitting up here listening, man. Sound like Zone been watching some goddamn Tyler Perry movies and shit, man.
Why you say that?
No, I'm fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you, man. But hey, man, man, Brett, me and you talked about that little skit right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Goddamn, you goddamn thief in the night. Hey, but hey, but my thing was, who is this nigga trying to impress? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The mother. He was
Right. But the thing is, though, it's like not only are you trying to impress the mother, but y'all put this on the internet, though, of you disciplining this child. What was you expecting to get out of that? Like a bunch of praise from the single mother community and you know what I'm saying, the stepdaddy community? I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But like the nigga is sitting up there all in the kid's face, like, what was you gonna beat the little nigga up? Like if he would have said something wrong, what would you have done to that boy?
child abuse.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, what would you have done to that boy on camera like that?
Right.
I mean, hopefully you already having sex with the mother. So like, what are you trying to mark your territory? You trying to stamp your love for her by doing this to the boy?
Yeah, he definitely putting on for the circus. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like who was it? Was it you, Mr. Goodbread, that said who was it that said that what was it? Single mothers are the new face of white supremacy? What somebody said that. I can't remember who said that.
Oh,
I
When
know
you
everybody might have said that shit because it's
but
true.
but bottom line is look, just like they say white supremacy discards of its tools when it's done with them, it's gonna be the same thing for him.
Yeah, same thing, same thing. Because remember, he they knight in shining armor. They got the child support, and he they knight in shining armor to complete the fairy tale. Because they get to control him. Because the only position that a stepdad play is he gets stepped on because he the only nigga gotta listen to this bitch. The real dad ain't gotta listen to the kids. Sometimes they gotta listen to her, but for the most part, they ain't even listening to her. He the only motherfucking fool that got to listen to the bitch. But let's get back to that last one real quick before we go on and wrap this sucker up. Which I got for this one right here. Now
Yeah.
that's if you're gonna be a stepdad, you're gonna have to put your foot down and stand on something. You're gonna have to stand for something. If you're gonna play that game, you're gonna have to speak up, bro, because honestly, yo, she gonna cry when they hurt him out there in them streets. She gonna
Man,
cry.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't done with the first one, man, but on this one right here, they didn't have this conversation before this shit transpired, right? So this looked like mommy coming to the rescue of the child, the man trying to display some discipline in the household and trying to show some for that's the boy, man. But see, the thing is, man, we ain't seeing the backstory of what's going on with the real daddy and what's the circumstances between the real daddy. Because like that first one, now, if the real father was chastising the son like that, the mother would intervene just like this one did and paint the real father out to be the bad guy, depending on the situation. Because if you're dealing with custody shit or whatever, now when the father disciplines a child like that, now he's the bad guy and the child gets what he wants from the mother. Now, when the purpose of putting the first one out, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what we can speculate. Are they trying to impress the step parent role or whatever, or like, oh, that's what a real man do? Oh, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Physicality.
Facts. Facts. But in any event, at some point, they gotta mind their business because once a man is disciplining, you gotta let him go. You gotta let him go. Because at some point, it sound, especially in that second scene, it looked like they was going through, like you said, they was going through some shit prior to that. So I'm sure he done spoke to him, and it ain't going through. So you got to bear the rod at some point. All the talking shit. Now I mean, remember, you ain't gotta yell it, you just gotta instruct them. And a lot of the time, niggas be yelling at these kids and they never be teaching them nothing. They don't tell them exactly what it is they need them to do. They be telling them what they want, but they don't tell them how to do it so that they can get what they want from the kid. Like, shit be bugged out, bro. But
Right.
niggas
But you
think
know, the
because they
first one, I mean, the first one was already instructed because nigga, you seen that camera was still as a motherfucker, right?
yeah.
Camera didn't buzz, nigga. That was a skit.
So Bill said she was behind the camera.
So this whole stepdaddy culture is a middle finger to black men. It's their way. It's these broads' way of giving the black man a middle finger for two reasons.
Talk to me
One,
like you talk to your
Gabby too.
See that frame? That frame didn't move, man.
yeah, it's a middle finger to black men because one is these broads' way of saying no matter what I do, no matter how many niggas I mess with, no matter how many kids I have, you still gonna want me. Your standards are so low and your understanding level is so low, you still gonna want to mess with me even though you might have something going for yourself. You might not even have no children, but you still gonna stoop down and mess with me because I remind you of your mother. The number two reason why it's a middle finger to black men, these broads get off on emasculating the man, right? They like emasculating men. Like they like acting tougher than a man, right? They like to portray themselves to be tougher than a man. What better way to do that than when a child is clearly misbehaving? You living in New Orleans. You living in one of them rough projects in New Orleans. You living in Baton Rouge or Portland or New York. This little dude is running the streets with some of the most dangerous people imaginable, right? Learning how to sell drugs, learning how to steal, learning how to be conflictual, just raising hell in the streets. And all you're doing is you're doing the bare minimum, and that's being forceful with them. She's gonna get right up in your shit, right up in your nose, and she's gonna rub her finger right in your forehead and say, "You touch my son, that's my son. I created that. You don't have no say so in my household. And God forbid you move in with her. God forbid you move in with her. She's gonna act like she God.
Yo,
She's gonna
BT,
act like she's
You just touched on something that's crazy. Go ahead, go ahead, finish up, bro. You touched on something that's crazy though.
Yeah, they like to have power over a man because they're not wired to build with you. They're wired to rule over you. They don't want to build with you because they're scared if they build with you, you might build enough to where you won't want them anymore, which is a juvenile way of thinking, but that's how they think. And then number two, they see children as their property, not as their not as their gift from God to raise up. They see children as property for more than one reason. And on top of that, they get off on seeing these kids be self-destructive because that's why they like that whole homosexuality shit. They like seeing reflections of themselves, right? But go ahead, GB.
You touched on something that's crazy because it be the environment, and that's what I say. They gotta stop distancing themselves from the head, which is the father. They don't teach these kids shit, bro. They don't teach these kids shit. They take them from the fathers, and then they tell these kids you could be anything you want to be, and then they strip them from any way making that possible by leaving them in their environment. You know what I mean? These kids be products of their environment, and the mother, because she have gotten accustomed and it's easy rent, easy, you know what I mean? Them cheap ass housings that they be involved in, that environment is the slum of the slums, but because it's cheap and it's comfortable for the moms, she'll leave a kid in that and then try to dress that cage up like if it's not poverty. You know what I mean? A lot of this shit can be solved if these women really go see about themselves before they bring kids into these situations, bro. And then leave them to raise themselves and help them. But it be that environment that they bring them into. They know that they ain't have nothing for them. They should have never had these kids. Then the kids start kicking them in the ass, and then they be wondering what the fuck. But you remove the discipline from them, ma'am, is no wins. It's no wins left. You know what I mean? It's no wins left. Yeah, I see it right there. The rod and reproof gives wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to his mother. Why would he, like, you know what I mean? He's specific. He said mother brings shame to his mother. So it's no way out of it. Ladies, y'all got to learn how to use your filter. You got to learn how to speak. Like, the way you talk to your man is not how you talk to your females, your friends, and how you talk to all of them is not how you talk to your kids. You got to learn that. Got to gain control of your emotions. But y'all got anything else y'all want to add to the show? We're going to go on and wrap this one up. But we go in order, yo. BT, you was hot, man. You just started off zone 5,000. Let's end it up. Oh, what the hell? BT dropped off. All right, zone 5,000, close the show.
Nah, 5,000 ain't closing the show, man. I'm closing. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Nah, man. Yo, this was a dope. It was a dope show, dope live, fire content. The young prodigy BT came in, was cooking, left out, red hot. The BZ 5000 came in with the knowledge and wisdom and the proper assessment as usual. And I know a lot of people gonna hear who is this zone dude talking about being a stepdaddy and you older than your kids and all that. The only reason I talk the way that I do is because I know that dudes is gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. They can get the best advice in the world, but they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. And the biggest thing, if I don't say nothing else, if I ain't say nothing else that was important, if you get yourself in a situation where you are in a relationship, where you have a child that is not biologically yours, this is the most important thing. If you do not have, if the mother doesn't submit the household to you, you're not going to get the respect and you're not going to get the result out of those children that you should be getting. She gotta submit the whole house over to you in order for you to get the result and to get through to those children the way that you're supposed to. So that's all I got, Mr. Goodbread.
No doubt. Thank you, sir, for always pulling up with that knowledge, bro, and wisdom. You already know, my guy. 5,000.
Yes, indeed, man. And the thing about step parenting, I mean, is something that I mean, a man and a woman, you got to assess the situation and to see if you even built for that. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, a man and a woman, you know, even though you had a child from a previous relationship or whatever, I mean, life goes on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, like on some of these spaces, they be preaching, oh, don't fuck with a single mama. Don't fuck with, you know, whatever, a single daddy or whatever, right? But the thing is, life goes on, right? And so when you dealing with those type of situations, you know, you need to learn how to deal with those situations, because this is not your biological child. You don't know. I mean, and like I said, assess the situation, because you don't know what the relationship is like with the father. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're just going on what the mother says. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be a man about it and go meet that nigga. Go meet the real father and see what his side of the story and see what's really going on, because you have his, you know, you're around his child, and you can't go on what the mom says. You got to go on what the whole situation is, because you don't want to put yourself in that kind of twist. You know what I'm saying? Because it might be Heartbreak Hotel. You know what I'm saying? It admitted that nigga, you know, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta see if there was some court issues, if that man is on child support. You know what I'm saying? If that man is restricted from seeing his child by the mother, because that's gonna show you, now if you put a baby in her, this shit could happen to you. But as far as the rules and regulations and the discipline and all that, man, that got to be talked. That got to be an understanding between you and that woman that, you know, that you are supposed to have. You are supposed to be the head of that household. You know what I'm saying? And really, we gonna flip this, because you are already the head of the household. Because first of all, you shouldn't be moving in with no woman. Exactly. They should be moving into your house.
Exactly. Preach.
So that's the thing about a lot of shit in the black community. We always hearing about a nigga moving in with a female and never the other way around. That's why these niggas are you know, so soft shoe about putting a woman in check and being the head of the household, because nigga, this ain't your house. A lot of these niggas is an argument away from being homeless.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, shout out to all the stepfathers, man, and because I'm gonna tell you something, man. A lot of even mentors and coaches, you know what I'm saying, they go unappreciated. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them have made an impact in a lot of young men's lives. And had it not been for them, who knows where these children would be? You know what I'm saying? Who knows where these young men would be? You know what I'm saying? Because we talk about the rate of incarceration, the high rate of death, the high rate of gang activity and mischief in every black city. So I just you know, I commend men that stepped up and did their thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of situations, it shouldn't be a situation to be clowned. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we be clowning stepdaddy shit on the internet. But in real life, if that nigga wasn't involved, your ass will be a victim of robbery, nigga, when you're 60 years old, going to the ATM trying to get you a beer. You know what I mean? So don't clown what's keeping you safe. You know what I'm saying? Because these young niggas could be running amok around here had it not been for stepdaddy.
go. All right, bro. Yo, we out of here, guys. Y'all already know. I'll check y'all later. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, guys.
Absolutely.